I'm back with another one. You know how I do it. So, on to this COVID-19, the biggest hoax in the world. You know what I'm saying? Although, like, it ain't a hoax, but it is a hoax. Alright? Is it a such thing as COVID-19? Yes. It is a virus out here that's taking people out. But is it taking people out to the numbers that they saying? Fuck no. Is it taking people out so much that you need to shut down businesses? Fuck no. That's why it's a hoax. Now, for you people that want to go out here and eat all manners of unclean foods that you shouldn't be eating, and when I say you people, I'm mainly talking about my people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. For all y'all that want to go out here and eat your shrimp, lobster, crab, and pork, you in bad health, no exercising, and then you catch it and you die, you know what? Hey, that's what's gonna happen, man. Get your shit together. This is wartime, and you are the face of COVID-19, believe it or not. And guess what? This is all part of the plan. All right, that Esau has for you. This is in the playbook. He running the playbook, and you playing right into it. All you people out here that's on that dumb shit, that's thinking this shit is real like that, and you getting caught up in the sauce. Y'all have no idea what's about to happen, man. You so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, you are the face of COVID, man. And since you are the face of COVID, guess what's gonna happen, man? They gonna start to round y'all asses up. Gonna start to round your asses up. And whether you got it or not, you gonna go to them concentration camps. They don't give a damn if you got it or not. Even if you don't got it, they gonna say take them. Cause why? Because you are becoming the face of COVID-19. They making you the black sheep. And when you the black sheep, guess what? You could do anything to a black sheep. You could kill a black sheep, won't nobody care. You could throw a black sheep in prison forever, won't nobody care. You could kidnap a black sheep and won't nobody care. Why? Because you're looked as the villain. You're being vilified. You becoming the face of COVID-19 is making you become unhuman. Alright? They already talk about y'all as if y'all nothing but trash. You ain't nothing but a bunch of rapists, drug dealers, killers, and now you can add COVID-19 carriers on that. You're being vilified. So when these people come round you up, whether you got it or not, nobody's gonna feel sorry for you. Why? Because you're being vilified. You're being a black sheep, being casted out. And that's what's gonna happen, man. And that's what's happening. And then you got these fucking sellout Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that's with the shit. They actually believing in this shit. And goddamn fucking parading behind the shit, cheering the shit on. Around here happy that shit is on lockdown. Around here happy that saying that people should be getting vaccinated, man. When that vaccination is the extermination of your ass, man. They trying to exterminate you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, but you too dumb to see it, man. But in the end, y'all gonna wake up. Y'all gonna see what it is. But by then, it's gonna be too late.
It is a chilling sight, a mass grave, rows of coffins as burials quadruple in New York. This is Hart Island, where the bodies of those with no known family are temporarily interred, some simply unable to pay for a funeral. On the 7 line, more signs of the cruel inequity of COVID-19. Many of the passengers are black and Hispanic. New data suggests they're twice as likely to die from the virus than white people.
These are mostly communities that are impoverished, have poor healthcare access. It was as if the pre-existing health disparities made them more vulnerable, and then also their jobs are exposing them to the public and to being sick.
Everybody calls us the front line, but we're the last line.
Captain A.J. Briones says he's responding to calls from every age, every ethnicity in Yonkers. But he does think space and money are playing a role too.
You're looking at poorer areas, where the poorer areas, you have a lot of people in a small environment versus, say, you live in a suburban neighborhood. It's you and your family in your home, and that's it.
Then comes a call.
303 received, responding.
These days, AJ is often the first at the scene.
3 Larry Temple.
In New York State, 17% of those who die from coronavirus are black, despite representing only 9% of the population. This patient is from another heavily affected group.
She's struggling to breathe, so they're taking her to hospital. She's also Hispanic, and it is the Hispanic community in New York City which has the highest death rate amongst COVID-19 patients.
A few miles away, an exhausted front line unites, but they've seen disparity too.
Anybody who has what we call comorbid disease, diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, anything like that is more susceptible to this disease, and it tends to be more lethal. So in that population, we often know that there's a fairly high prevalence of diabetes and heart disease.
In America, there are no daily figures on race and ethnicity in this pandemic yet. Without them, it will be harder to focus resources and ultimately save lives. Cordelia Lynch, Sky News, New York.
Like the African American community, the nation's Latinos are being disproportionately impacted. Like the African American community, the nation's Latinos are being disproportionately impacted by the coronavirus. The CDC says Latinos represent more than 27% of COVID deaths in hotspots, even though they are just 18% of the population. CBS's Adriana Diaz reports tonight on a group in harm's way.
Since coronavirus can reach every community, so must the message to stop it. And that means in Spanish. Chicago's Jose Gonzalez is a first-generation Mexican-American. He used to work 2 jobs, but lost one in the shutdown. Now his lifeline is cooking at a hotel that's housing COVID patients.
We don't have the benefit of, I should just stay home to not carry on such a high risk. And I feel like that's every Latino at this point.
He doesn't have the luxury of working from home, just like 84% of Latinos, the most of any group. Roughly half of Latino households have experienced job losses or cuts in the pandemic and have $500 or less in savings. Organizer Leone Jose Biquieri of Working Family Solidarity says Latinos are more likely to be in low-wage and now high-risk essential jobs, like in the food industry.
Many of them are balancing. On the one hand, I don't want the crisis of getting sick. On the other hand, I don't want the crisis of being homeless because I can't pay rent and I can't buy food.
Just look at this food pantry line in Chicago's Mexican neighborhood of Pilsen. The undocumented immigrants here don't qualify for unemployment or the federal stimulus, like Rosa, who has 2 kids. Can you sleep? ¿Puede dormir?
No puedo dormir.
You're not able to sleep. You have insomnia because you don't know how you're going to get through this. What do you say to the argument that folks who are here illegally shouldn't have access to these public benefits?
This is a wartime situation. You're not going to make anyone safer by having any portion of the population sick, because you're going to be sick.
Adriana Diaz, CBS News, Chicago.
The federal government did this effort today. I am officially declaring a national emergency. 2 very big words. The action I am taking will open up access to up to $50 billion of very important and a large amount of money for states and territories and localities in our shared fight against this disease. In furtherance of the order, I'm urging every state to set up emergency operation centers effective immediately. You're going to be hearing from some of the largest companies and the federal government did this effort today. I am officially declaring a national emergency.
You have it in your hands. Let's look at it right quick. Let's see what's going to happen here. They didn't write this, brothers and sisters, without a plan to make it happen. Let me say that one more time. They did not go through the trouble of writing this without a plan to pull it off. The King Alfred Plan, the United States of America King Alfred Plan, codenamed Rex 84. Here's what it says, and I'm going to read quickly. In the event of widespread and continuing and coordinated racial disturbances in the United States, King Alfred, at the discretion of the president, underline that and then look at the person next to you and say, this is why no black man can be the president. You got to understand, people, this program was written for black people. They ain't gonna, hey, listen, I don't know. What's Secretary of State's name? Colin Powell. I don't know. He seems to be a little disgruntled, but when you got people like that supporting the white agenda, you know, it makes you wonder. They might be able to put somebody who looks black in the Oval Office. It says, at the discretion of the president, King Alfred is to be put into action when? In other words, when the president of the United States, not Congress, not the House, not the Senate, not the House of Representatives, not the Senate, when the president declares this emergency, it's to be implemented immediately. Participating federal agencies, what are they? National Security Council, what else? Central Intelligence Agency, Federal Bureau of Investigation, Department of Justice, Department of Defense, Department of Interior. Participating state agencies, what are they? National Guard units, state police. Participating local agencies are what? City police and county police, that's right. Now, one of the things you need to understand, brothers, let me make this notation before we read further. In addition to the law enforcement agencies that we just mentioned, in 1982, there was a guy named Oliver North. Y'all have heard of him, right? Oliver North and Ronald Reagan got together, and the two of them amended the King Alfred Plan. And their amendment became known as Rex 84 because it was signed by Ronald Reagan in 1984. Now, the original plan was signed by Lyndon Baines Johnson, but Ronald Reagan amended it to include the Hispanic population. Originally, but Ronald Reagan amended it to include the Hispanic population. Originally, it was...
And that's for you jokers that got that BOI doctrine that proves that the Hispanics, who are the Native Americans and Mexicans, are the northern tribe, which are the children of Israel. Why would the so-called devil amend it to bring them into the fold of trying to exterminate them?
And what we're going to read, it was just written for blacks. But in 1984, Oliver North and Ronald Reagan amended it to include the Hispanic and Latino population. What's really deep, brothers and sisters, is this. The neo-Nazi groups, this is all a part of the amendment in 1984. The neo-Nazi groups in Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi, along with state militia groups, like the Missouri militia, the Michigan militia, the Minnesota militia, all of these white paramilitary groups that have their training grounds out in the woods and stuff that y'all, I'm sure y'all know about that, right? I hope you know about that. Well, the amendment in 1984 was written to include them when the president declares the emergency. And all of these other groups will be deputized by the federal government to round up. The amendment in 1984 was written to include them automatically being deputized when the president declares the emergency. And all of these other groups will be deputized by the federal government to round up blacks and Hispanics for encampment.
I'd like to say all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders at Great Millstone. Honor to all the brethren out here doing the work and the will of the Father in truth and sincerity. Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 5. For thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. So that's what you're about to start hearing. Alright? There's going to be no more peace for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. It's wartime out here, man. And for you people that sleep, you're about to be woken up. You're going to well understand that this devil, these Edomites, aka the white man, has a plan for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And that plan is to exterminate you. Why? Because he is Esau and you are Jacob. And he always had it out for you. So this COVID-19, it's bullshit. This COVID-19 is to push his plans to exterminate you. You thinking you about to get peace? You marching out here for peace, thinking peace is finna come? No. Trembling and fear is coming. And no peace is coming. Verse 6. Ask ye now, and see whether a man do travel with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. That's what you're going to see. And why is that? Why are you going to see men in pains as if they giving birth? Because it's about to be all out hell happening on this earth. Okay? And especially towards you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And why is that? Verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even to the time of Jacob's trouble. And that's why. Because it is the time of Jacob's trouble. That's why you finna see men trembling in fear, as well as you women. That's why you're not going to have no peace. Because it is Jacob's trouble. You are Jacob, you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American. And this is the time of your trouble. And who's going to bring that trouble to your front door while you sleeping? These Edomites, Esau, aka the so-called white man. Alright? But he shall be saved out of it. And who is that that's going to be saved out of it? The elect. And the 1/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's who's going to be that's who's going to be saved out of it. Those that come back to the Most High and do His will. Meaning you coming back, understanding who you are, and following the laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your abilities. As of you 2/3 that think you got it all figured out, that want to lean onto your own understanding and keep your trust in Babylon the Great, you're going to be put to death and you're going to get caught up in Jacob's trouble. Simple, plain, easy to understand if you got the understanding.